I think the part that I enjoy the most with orientation is when students arrive with their family members, their guardians, just the real nervous laughter and tension at first, but then walking out feeling as if SIU Carbondale is the campus for them and they feel really comfortable with the experience.
I had a lot of anxiety before attending orientation. I knew that SIU was a school I wanted to go to. I knew that it was my choice, and I was very excited about it, but I had so many anxieties. I was like, am I gonna make friends? Am I going to be able to afford school? It's so far away. Like, I was living home. Like, there were so many things that were like building in my mind, and definitely orientation calmed a lot of that.
So I would tell incoming freshmen to take the time to actually attend all of the sessions and go to all of the tours and listen to the presentations and take it all in. It can be very overwhelming, but all of that information is going to come back to them later and help them out.
Most transfer students, because they're transferring in and they've already been to a community college or another college, they think that they know everything about college life. Well, they need to come to new student orientation so they could see how great SIU is and why they made the choice to transfer here and learn about all the resources that we have to offer.
I got a lot of knowledge about like the courses and the actual classwork that I would need to do, along with like social situations, and along with just seeing the campus another time, because like the first day on campus you're kind of like, I need like a map like literally tattooed on my arm but like just seeing it again is really nice.
Probably the biggest advice I would give parents, family members, guardians when they come to new student orientation is to really go to as many sessions as possible. It's a new environment for our freshmen or transfer students, and so we want them to meet friends, to get classes, and just to get acclimated on campus, but they're not going to listen to probably some of the nuances. So I would ask that the parents go to as many sessions as possible and really listen to the professionals on campus on how students can be successful at SIU.
I know that, when I'm meeting with students, their family members are texting them and wanting to know everything that's going on, which I get that. I'm a mom too, and I'm pretty much into my college daughter's business, but you have to let them become independent and you have to let them learn to figure things out on their own.
Both of my parents came down to Carbondale to visit NSO, and I know that they also felt more confident in like the area and just the general safety of campus.
My grandma really loved SIU. After we left the campus from orientation, she was as much in love with it as I was. Like, she was so excited. She was like telling me all this stuff she had learned from her own little sessions and everything like that. So I definitely think the NSO was just as good for my grandmother to go through and like see everything SIU has for me as it was for myself to go through it.
I think the most valuable part of orientation is kind of twofold. I think one, having the ability to have everything under one roof, everything in one day is really beneficial. These students get the opportunity to find the resources that they need and to get their student ID and to register for classes if they haven't already done so. Part two is making those connections, and I can't emphasize that enough, that they get to meet students who are in their major or students who share similar interests with them during orientation. And those students will be in their classes, and it's really important to go ahead and make those connections early on.
I did meet a lot of new people at new student orientation. You really get a lot of great connections, and I did make quite a few friends, but one that really stuck with me was my actual orientation leader. My orientation leader was so welcoming, and she was like answering all the questions I had. She even gave me her own personal phone number and was like, if you ever need any help or any questions with anything, just talk to me. And now like I see her like almost every day, and she's always helping me and giving me advice, and I'm really thankful that I met her, because it definitely made me feel a lot more comfortable. And now I not only have someone to kind of help guide me, but I also just have like a really great friend.
The most important thing I can say is make sure that you do your research and know all the resources that SIU has to offer. There is not a stupid question. Ask any question that you have, because somebody else has that question and they're scared to ask. Every single person that works at SIU is here to make you have a great experience at SIU. We all want you to succeed. So please come and see us.
I would say the biggest piece of advice that I can give incoming students is to show up. Show up on time, show up prepared, but show up. And it's not to be taken lightly. You know, the biggest part of success is being there. And the biggest part of your memories is going to be looking back in these experiences that you have here. And you can't have those if you don't show up.